Now, as we're entering the year in 2021 and it's currently March, we're hitting that 1 year anniversary of the coronavirus. It is a pandemic that has affected close to 30 million people and has caused 540,000 deaths in the United States. Many of the studies have demonstrated that the face masks have been the most effective way to be able to protect ourselves and the people around us. The COVID-19 cases and death rates slowed down in countries that do require the face mask. The pandemic has cut many people off from family, friends, and several more. We have been forced and persuaded to stay a distance between our family and friends and just stay at home as much as we can. The pandemic has cost us a lot of debts in our family, a lot of losses economically, and also has taken an emotional toll on each and every one of us. Refusing to wear a face mask will make it harder to bring any of that back. As the time passes, people are getting more and more frustrated with having to wear a face mask, which has caused them to not follow the guidelines as we used to follow them in the beginning, which has made the number of cases grow in a rapid time. All it would do is make life a lot more dangerous and postpone our return to normal. Face masks exist detracting to restrict below the spread of the coronavirus and ending the pandemic. Here in Laredo, we did see in the month of January and December a really increased amount of cases. And that was because even though the face masks were required, you would see people at restaurants and being there, eating there, they don't require for you. Of course, you can be able to take off the mask, which was one of the reasons why the cases were growing and growing and growing. Respiratory droplets travel into the air when you cough, when you sneeze, when you talk, or when you shout. These small amounts of respiratory droplets can therefore land into the mouths or noses of human beings who happen to be near you, or they may breathe these droplets in. Which is why when going to a restaurant, people are talking and sometimes a saliva may come out and it can go into your drink or anybody who is next to them or near them. What's wrong is you can maybe be infected and giving it to others. If you're distant from others, the virus can get to you, or something that is comfortable that covers your mouth and nose, and it will decrease you giving the virus to other humans. We have much evidence from additional respiratory viruses that masks protect you from catching a virus and infecting you. A face mask will block the virus particles. A mask is composed of fibers that interlock and keep out viral particles. The virus comes connected with bits of spit and other things it can get through the fibers. It's physical blocking. Oxygen is a tiny molecule that can get through the mask, but the virus has more diameter and it is blocked. In most of the cases, wearing the mask is a big issue. People would deny wearing it since they were not really using it. The proper way of wearing a mask is to be as tucked as it can. It can cover the chin up to the nose bridge, and it has to cover the chin up to the nose bridge. I have seen many people out who have the mask over here below the nose, on top of your mouth, and that is honestly the incorrect way of wearing the mask. Most of the cases, the people wear the mask on top of the mouth and below the nose, which is that one of the reasons that the cases just keep going up and up. Wearing a mask isn't a restriction of our freedom. Rather, it helps us to regain freedom by reducing virus transmission in a community and making each interaction safer. Freedom from people to go to work and attend school, communicate with others, and most importantly, freedom from illness and fear. We can see here in this PowerPoint how and why wearing a mask is important. There was a recent study and published in Health Affairs, for example, that compared the COVID-19 growth rate before and after the masks were mandated. And you can see how in the beginning of this pandemic, we were not required to wear the mask. But as soon as the cases grew rapidly, it became a mandatory thing for most of the cities. And now, with having our state of Texas not having the mandatory anymore, can be one of the reasons why the cases will start growing rapidly, and ending this pandemic will be a long-term goal now.